found the one, you should never give her up. I think it's the way life changes when in love, yeah.
Hello guys, welcome back. If today is the first time you're coming across my video, hi, my name is Gigi and I post sewing tutorials. In today's video, I'll be showing you guys how I made this African print bralette top that is also reversible. So let's just get into it. As usual, the materials we're using for this video is the fabric, your measuring tape, of course, your chalk, scissors, pins, your ruler, and of course your sewing machine. First, I cut out 4 squares that are 9 by 9 inches in size. The 9 inches was gotten from my bust measurement, which is 36 inches divided by 4, without adding any seam allowance. I cut out 2 pieces from the 2 different fabrics, making 4 squares in total. For the band, I measured out 25 inches. 25 inches is 6 inches lower than my actual waist measurement. So you measure your waist, then minus 6 inches, at least 6 inches from it. Then as usual, I have my straps and my loops already made. I have previous videos on how to make straps and loops. Next, we're going to take one piece of the square or 2 pieces like I did, fold it into a triangle like so, and fold it again into a mini triangle, just like I'm doing here. Then after you have done that, you are going to cut off that smaller piece of triangle that is at the top. Now you're going to repeat the same for the second print. Fold into a triangle and fold the lower part into a mini triangle and cut it out. So you're left with like a 90-degree cutout from the square. Next, we are going to take one piece of the cup, hold it down with your pin, and because when you're sewing up the open place, we're trying to eliminate that sharp pointy place. We are going to make a curve. You can use a freehand like I did here, or you can also use a curved ruler. Make a curve that connects that part, the open part, to the closed part, so you eliminate that pointy edge. Because when you are sewing it, you are going to be sewing it in form of a dart. So now I'm pinning both pieces together so I can cut out the curve together. After cutting it out, we're going to see that the pointy edge has been eliminated. We're going to have a very smooth curved shape like that for the cup. Next, we are going to repeat for the second print. After doing that, we're over the sewing machine, joining it. And this is what I mean by eliminating the pointy look. Look how smooth and curvy it looks. Yay! After sewing all the pieces together, we are going to notch around the curves to make it relax. You can give it a good press if you want. And then we are going to place one print on top of the other. We are going to be sandwiching one of the straps in between. So you are going to take one cup each from the different prints, placing them right sides facing. Sandwich the strap in between. You can use your pin to hold it down like I did here. After holding it down, we are also going to hold down the sides because we'll be sewing down the sides. So we'll be going around the cup, but we are going to leave the lower part open. After attaching the straps to the cups, we are going to notch around. This will help with the cups relaxing because the shape is a curved shape. Next, we are going to take our band and fold it in 2 to get the midpoint, and we are going to notch at the top and at the bottom of the band. Repeat that for the 2 prints. Yes, and after notching, we are going to take each cup with the print that corresponds to it. Place it right sides facing like so, from the middle, that notched part that we made, yes, from the middle, and pin it down to the side. We're going to do that and also repeat the same for the second cup, middle to side, pin it down. So this is what it will look like once you are done pinning, like so. Make sure you are not pinning the wrong prints together. Next, we are going to take the second band, place it right sides facing, and match up the midpoint together like so. Hold it down with your pin and pin it all the way down to the side as well. After done pinning, you are going to go over to the machine to sew a straight stitch to join all the pieces together. This is what it should look like once you are done sewing. Next, we are going to move to the loops. We are going to be attaching the loops now. We are going to flip the fabric back on the wrong side, fold each piece of the loop strap that we have made and attach it in between. We are going to be sandwiching it as well. I have 4 loops in total, so that will be 2 loops for both sides, 2 loops each on both sides. After sandwiching, I'm measuring 1 inch from the lower part there. The 1 inch is going to serve as a little bit of an allowance for the finishing. Then I'll put my second loop at that 1 inch point. Then hold it down with my pin. Repeat the same on the other side and stitch it down. After attaching the loops, this is what you should have. You can see that the loops have been sandwiched in between the 2 bands. Next, we are going to trim off the pointy. Next, we are going to be finishing up the bralette. There are 2 ways you can finish this up. The first method is this one, where you tuck in all the pieces, all the cups into the band. You tuck it in like so. Then you match up those midpoints again, match it up, hold it down with a pin, and sew a straight stitch from one end to the other, but leaving about 3 inches open to turn it inside out. You can do this method if you prefer, or the second method, which is the one I ended up doing for myself, is to open everything up on the right, flip it up on the right side, then fold in half an inch allowance all the way to the other side and sew a straight stitch down. So this is what you will have once you are done sewing it down, and you are done with the top. So pass your strap into the loops that you've created. You can tie your straps however you want it. And we have come to the end of another tutorial. Please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, leave comments, suggestions, anything in the comment section below. By the way, the bralette on the right on my friend's body is the one I used method 1 to finish, and the one I have on is the one I finished using the second method. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.